the city of Converse, the mayor, and the city council what their definition of volunteer is. It seems to me they define volunteer as somebody who's going to work on one of their committees or commissions, whereas I'm a hands-on kind of guy. When I was on the park commission, I wanted to get out and work. We built a butterfly park up in a butterfly.
North Park, yes.
What's it called?
Sanctuary.
Yeah, a butterfly garden
Okay.
that we put together in North Park, and over the years, when I was on the commission, I would go and pull weeds and make it look good because it's part of our city. And at times, I don't think the city, whether I don't know, the workers or whomever, telling them, when they're cutting the grass and making the rest of North Park beautiful, they just kind of don't do anything with the butterfly garden. So, as a volunteer, I think more of going out and pulling the weeds as opposed to being on the park commission who would tell people to go out and pull the weeds. I don't want to be that person. I want to be the weed puller. So, what do you think about the city's definition of volunteer, and what do you think about what's a volunteer in Converse?
Okay, a volunteer. I served on the beautification environment when it was first formed. And we got a lot done, and we planted shrubbery and flowers and things like that over by the police department. Now, when I was no longer on it, because I had stepped down, I served on it almost 2 years and stepped down because prior engagements couldn't allow me to get the meeting, so I stepped down. Then when I came on council, I'm a hands-on person like you. I volunteer a lot. I am on the Lions Club. I'm a director of the Lions Club, and I sit on the board of directors. And when I went to them before I became a Lions member, I asked them if they would supply shrubbery and flowers. So I spoke, and that night they asked me to join when I spoke about what to do at the city park over by the pool. So a gentleman by the name of Glenn Maples, he is a Lion member, and myself and George, who has previously worked here, he no longer works here as a director. We three got together, we dug holes, we planted, if you want to go by the city park, you can see it. We planted plants and stuff, and a lot of plants and flowers came from my house that I transplanted in pots, and from Glenn Maples' house. And a lot of things we put down from our houses ourselves, we grafted. Well, we put those down. Well, this past year, after I put that down, then they started letting it die and we had to replace. So I went to the city and I said, well, give me a key. So I got a key and I started watering to bring the plants back because I didn't want them dying. And a couple of weeks ago, right before Night No Converse, I volunteered again because I went to them and said, why are you not pulling the weeds out of the flower beds that's going to choke the flowers? Well, they claim they don't have enough workers to do it. So again, Glenn Maples and I went down there. I wind up getting a rash from the lantana, cutting everything down, making it look nice for Night No Converse. So volunteer, to me, definition of volunteer is people that are willing to do hands-on. I do know I'm a volunteer because the past 3 years I've been decorated. The city was decorated, never decorated before. I went to the Lions Club the first year and they donated money and I decorated the city for Christmas. Then a year ago I decorated for Valentine's and put out Valentine hearts, and everybody was happy. So to me, a volunteer is more hands-on than you sit and you dictate. I'm not a dictator. I mean, I can tell you what to do, yes. But somebody said the other day about me, Deborah James, you're more of a hands-on person. When you give a commitment you commit 100%. And to me, a volunteer is somebody that is willing to participate in digging a hole, mowing an elder person's yard that cannot mow it, the grass is way up. Just taking and volunteering your time to your city to help improve it. That's what a volunteer is to me. Not somebody that's just willing to sit and say, well, I think we should, wait a minute, I think we should have some trees there. You get somebody to plant that tree. Well, not me. I'm going to say, I think we need a tree there. Okay, give me a shovel and I'll go plant it. That's what a volunteer is to me. Somebody that's willing to make sacrifices for their city.